Hey guys, I'm Katie.
And I'm Alexis, and this is the Check Your Aesthetic podcast. This is weird.
I know, I don't know why it kind of feels like we're like recording for the first time again. There's a lot of things happening. So first of all, you guys can probably see on your phone screens that we have a new cover.
Yes. New cover, new logo.
Yeah, new logo, new Instagram highlight covers, whole new thing.
Mm-hmm. I feel like if you follow the podcast Instagram and you've been like watching along, you might have noticed that the aesthetic did not fit with the logo anymore or the cover, and we have been patiently waiting to change it, and then finally we were like, this just has to be done.
Yeah, the idea was like we were gonna have my hair is falling out. Everybody who's watching
that's another new thing is watching.
Yeah, we're uploading our videos on YouTube, and of course I'm like messing with my hair because I'm used to nobody being able to see. But we were supposed to have a photo shoot when Alexis came to Alabama, and then she wasn't going to come, and then we were like, well, I guess we'll just have to wait until we're together. And then Alexis had this brilliant idea of us doing the little phone, as you can see on your thing, little phone, and then the little phone, and then the little gradient, and I can't tell you how I think it looks yet because it's
not done.
It does not exist yet, but it will in about an hour. So
yeah, like I'd say like after we finish recording, I will immediately get started on that because I really wanted to do that first, but Katie was like, no, let's record first and then we're gonna do that.
I'm going to show everybody who's watching on YouTube. Also, we just kind of brushed past that. We have a YouTube channel now, and we're uploading the video components to our episodes.
Yes. You guys have been asking for YouTube for so long, and we just honestly, I think we were scared of YouTube. Just, like, not of YouTube as, like, a platform, but, like, of recording ourselves, because it's just, like, we got so used to not that, like...
We would, like, record the podcast in, like, a bra and like a bun. Like we looked bad. So as you can tell, we are dressed today. But
I literally just took the photos like for the cover like 20 minutes ago. So, and the light is already going down. So that's going to be another thing too, is that we're going to have to record when like there's light outside, or I'm going to have to because the only light I have is the overhead light and it looks horrible.
We can get you a little ring light situation.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Ring light. Ooh. Influencer.
She's a YouTuber.
She's a YouTuber now. Wow.
Get it? Do not get it twisted. She's a YouTuber. Okay, exclusive. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're not, go over to YouTube and watch to see this. This is the like mock-up we made of the cover, because we just wanted to see what it would look like, and it's just a selfie of me. We put onto the cover. I literally just took selfies with like a finger phone, and like I look like a mess. This one is like sending me into orbit. That is literally too much for me. Anyway, so a little exclusive for you guys. But we hope that you like the new cover. The new logo was such an interesting experience. So like when we started, like it was really humble beginnings. I was in my quarantine room, and like we had been we've talked about this a little bit. We had the idea for literally months, and we've been talking about it for months before we actually like mobilized. We had a name picked out and everything, but we hadn't like done the cover, figured out how to actually record, figured out how to upload, ordered mics and all that until I was in quarantine, and I was like, okay,
let's just do it.
Let's do it. So our fun fact about our old cover, Alexis drew it, but she drew it from like selfie timer pictures we took of ourselves.
And I didn't even have a tripod yet, so I had like I took literally. I took like literally wood blocks that I found and like put them up against a window and then like had it, and it was just, we don't look good. We were saying we look like sweaty.
We look like we like smell bad and don't shower. And like we had this big idea. Do you remember when we had this big idea that like we were gonna like make the merch that we were wearing just a white t-shirt with our logo on it?
I completely forgot about that. Oh my god.
Like, we were going to make that and people were going to buy that. Also, like, our logo, it looked like we drew it ourselves because I drew it with my hands. The bricks. I drew those with my hands. Alexis drew it's very cute because like it was very much like made by like us, and like it was like Alexis did the little portrait and I did the little lettering. Like it was cute.
It's very 2020 vibes.
Yeah. But we are both college graduates now. We're just trying to really level up here. And if you guys can't tell, like we really have been working super hard on the podcast. We're really like wanting to make this the best that it can be for you guys. Right. And so there's a lot of really exciting stuff coming, and we really want to get you guys more involved. Yes. And that's the idea.
Because that was really like the point of the podcast was like we really loved the community that we were a part of in like, you know, early 2020, like, you know, April 2020 when everything was like closed down. Exactly. And like there wasn't really a podcast like that out there for us to listen to. So we just wanted to create that, and really like so many people DM us and say like, I want, you know, design friends. I don't know how to make design friends. And that was really like, we wanted to be a resource for you guys and for you to learn things. Like one of our favorite things is when you guys send us DMs of you like taking notes and like listening in your car, like on the way to work. Like that's our favorite thing ever. Yes. So we really just want to like be, like I said, like a resource. But yeah, I feel like, should we tell them about the other thing that we have not talked about?
Yeah. So the whole point of everything that we're doing, the YouTube channel, we have a TikTok now. Yes. Yay! I made that today. I don't know why we hadn't made that.
Yes, and the new logo is on the TikTok, and it's not on anything else. It looks so good. As we're
talking, like, it hasn't been rolled out yet, and, like, both of us text each other every day, and we're like, ugh.
Can we change it now?
Our Instagram looks like, frankly, like shit right now, because it's our old logo with our new content in the feed, because we're not just going to stop posting in the feed for weeks. But so the whole point of everything is like we want you guys to feel more connected to us and more connected to each other. So like we want you to be able to see our faces while we're recording, and all of that good stuff, and we want to be able to let y'all connect to each other. So that is the idea behind the Facebook group. Yay! Jasmine.
Yay! I feel like that was literally like an idea day one. We just
it was before we even started the podcast. Yeah. A lot of podcasts do something similar to this, but kind of in different
but a lot of them do it on Patreon. Yes, which like a big thing for us. Like, I'm not saying like someday we might not make a Patreon. Like we might down the road, but at least for now, we really want to make it like as accessible for you guys as possible. And on Facebook, like it would be easier for you guys to connect with each other rather than just like usernames on Patreon.
Exactly. So when you're listening to this, the Facebook group will be opening up or coming out on Friday. So
this episode so it's not up yet.
Yeah, this episode comes out Monday along with various other things. We actually don't know when we're officially going to stick the new stuff on Instagram, but you'll definitely have it by now. And then Friday, the Facebook group will be coming out, and this episode, as we said, will be uploaded to YouTube for you guys to see. But we just really want you guys, if you don't know how Facebook groups work, you can just join the group, and then you can like post into the group. So you can post asking for advice on clients. You can post asking for basically anything you would send into our DMs. You can post, and the whole community can answer. Along with both of us will be in there answering stuff. You could literally just post like, my boyfriend did this and that, like advice. Like you could literally post anything that you want.
It doesn't have to be design related. Obviously, we ask that it's appropriate.
Yes, please.
But yeah, literally anything, because that is really how like Katie and I became friends, because of an art group just like that. Like that was, I mean, if you guys have been listening from day one, you know that. And so yeah, like we really want to just be helpful and in your business or your art account or just your hobby or your life. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and I think like Alexa said at the beginning of this episode, we started this podcast to be a community, and we found out that it's a little hard to connect you guys to each other and not just to us, or like through Instagram and all that. It can get difficult. So we think this is a great way for you guys to be able to connect with us and each other. So definitely set your reminders for Friday. We'll be posting about it, and get ready to join and ask all kinds of questions. We'll be active on there, so it should be super duper fun. Fingers crossed that it goes well. So
yes,
please join, guys, because if nobody joins,
please join.
Then
and maybe in the future we'll do like a Facebook group only Zoom call or something like that.
Yeah,
that'd be fun.
Also, like I thought, like giveaways through the Facebook group could be fun.
Mm-hmm. That's a good idea.
Fun things will be happening there, and it literally is free. So
yeah, free. Yep, that's the biggest part. And I know Facebook is like a boomer thing. I totally understand, but
yeah, I think like I've been in Facebook groups for podcasts before, as well as like Patreons for podcasts, and it's a very different thing. Like it's just basically a place to gather rather than whenever you post to a group, it doesn't post like anywhere other than in that group.
Right.
So
it's like pretty private.
Yeah, it's like a safe place to just ask all your advice. And I know there's so many times that I have questions and I just want to like survey people's opinions, and I usually put it on my Instagram story, but I feel like this would be a great place to go if you want to target that to like other listeners of the podcast or other people with like similar concepts. So
totally.
Anyway, we will shut up now about that. But we hope you guys are liking the changes that we're making. We just are really excited about being able to connect with you guys further. I sound like I'm writing an essay. But yeah, and then we just love the logo. It took us so long to get
it was such a process too, because like that was another thing that we were planning on doing, is like making the new logo when we were together so that it was easier, but of course we couldn't do that. So then Katie had to like make a Zoom and like share her screen, and then like
Photoshop just like was going so slow.
Your computer was like screaming at you, and then and then just, like, sending each other stuff, like, through text. Like, it was... I mean, I'm so happy with where we landed. I feel like it's a really nice blend of, like, both of our styles.
I agree.
So I'm very excited about that.
Me too. But
it was definitely a process.
It was certainly unique and took a lot of patience. And like we have talked about, me and Alexis are really good at being able to, like, say, like...
I don't like that.
Oh, my God, it's thundering. But anyway, being able to say like I don't like that, or like no to each other without being like
what?
Yeah, and like I feel totally fine being like no. So
yeah,
because we were so comfortable doing that, we did go through quite a few things until we actually landed on something that we liked.
Which I'm so happy with, because like I would hate for one of us to not be like in love with the logo, and I feel like we both genuinely are so in love with the logo. So
yeah, exactly. But yeah, we're super, super amped on that. So we hope that you guys are as well. But a lot of big things coming. Follow us on Instagram if you haven't already to keep up with all of that stuff. And subscribe to YouTube. Join the Facebook group. What else?
We also, this is not really that exciting for anyone except for you and me, but we did hire Audrey. So
yes. We will have a new bio soon. Yes. And we will have a new podcast description. Go check out the bio.
I don't know when it'll... Yeah.
So the thing that none of you have probably ever read.
No one cares. But
we love her. I hired her, as y'all know from last week's episode, I hired her for my personal business as well. And also things have just blossomed since last week with my personal business too. Like things are just going well. I have not lost my steam and I'm feeling really good. So in case anybody wanted an update on that, it's going really well. But
yes,
that's just very exciting. So
for me, Katie was like texting me today saying that she's like so amped on Katie Creative Co. And I was like, so happy for you. Can't relate, but happy for you.
Yeah.
And it's funny because like it's not that I like don't love my business. Like I genuinely do. It's just like I have plans for things in like the future, but right now I am full-time school and pretty much like I don't even want to say that I'm part-time, because like I still do things for my business. It's just like on the outside, or not the outside, behind the scenes. So I feel like I'm full-time work and full-time school. So it's just like too much right now. Yeah. But I feel like I have like ideas and stuff. It's just don't got the time right now. But you know, priorities. So
yeah,
in the future.
And I definitely think that that's a totally normal place to be when things get busy. We've made episodes about like what to do when your life gets busy. But yeah, I think like I've just like usually get these like bouts of energy and then like I just like make something and then like it goes away. I don't know.
Yeah.
But all of the stuff for Katie Creative Co. is coming out a little bit later. Like, we did podcast stuff first, and I'm kind of waiting on, obviously, when you're dealing with, like, products, things take longer. Mm-hmm. But definitely follow me to keep up with what's going on there.
Yes.
But what we are actually here to talk about with you guys today is...
Big updates. Big updates all around, including Instagram.
Update episode. So a lot of you guys have probably heard about Instagram becoming a video platform.
Love it.
Yeah, so we did a little bit of research, and we're kind of going to just chat about, like, what that means practically, like, actually what it means for us, what it means for you guys, and, like, kind of how to work around all of that. So, first of all,
yes,
I think that the Instagram CEO is a little bit hot.
I was not expecting you to say that. Oh my god. Katie and I, the CEO of Instagram, did a live stream, and we were, like, going back to look at it to get some facts straight. And Katie's like, "Why is he, like, sexy?" It's like,
he was like kind of hot, but also, like, Alexis.
But also, he was in like a bedroom.
Yeah.
Why?
Like, it seemed like he made that it seemed like he made that decision and told nobody, and then recorded the video within, like, a minute of making that decision, and then uploaded it to Instagram, and then, like, everybody else was like, "You couldn't have waited?"
Yeah, you couldn't have gone into, like,
the studio?
The Instagram, like a studio, or just, like, a room with, like, a white wall behind you, not,
it
like,
literally looked
your
like
bedroom.
How, like, all the work from home things were, where, like, people were just, like, in their bedrooms, and they're like, hey, I'm Jeff Bezos, and like, it's just like...
But also, like, I would assume that the Instagram CEO, like, no shade, but, like, why are you in a bedroom that looks like...
It's green?
It's like in Vermont. Like, that's what it... Yeah, it just looks, like, too normal.
Sir,
like,
you should buy a mansion.
Yeah, but he's humble, you know?
He's hot. Is he married? I'm Googling it. What's his name? Mazzari? Mazzari. Instagram.
Oh my god. I just almost fell. Jesus.
Oh my god.
Okay.
He's just on, like, Instagram. Oh my god, what? Oh, look at him when he was younger.
Oh.
You guys. Oh. Wait, is that his dad? That was a Father's Day post of his dad. I can't be a part of my own podcast anymore if I act in this manner.
Oh my god.
What is wrong with me? Anyway, I don't know if he's married.
Anyways, okay, so he did
he's a father
live
of 3.
stream.
Yeah, he's a father. His bio says married up.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Anyway,
well, we're gonna move on. But if you look like the CEO of Instagram, hit you up.
Yeah.
Okay, but so yeah, he did this live stream. I forget who it was with, but it was with somebody, and he basically informed all of us that Instagram is going to be shifting into, as Katie said, a video platform. Mm-hmm. And he directly mentioned like competition, and that is like a large reason of why they are shifting.
Yeah.
Because they have pretty much seen the decline in interest for Instagram based on the competitors, and he directly mentioned TikTok as like one of probably their main reason of everything happening.
So in an article that I got like quotes from an article, and it says, in a video posted on Twitter and Instagram, he shared an overview of the company's plan for the second half of 2021. He emphasized that the social media platform will be working towards entertainment and videos like its competitors, YouTube and TikTok. And he said the company is trying to build new experiences primarily in 4 areas: creators, videos, shopping, and messaging.
Yeah.
Which I think is interesting. Especially
and
shopping.
Yeah, shopping was what, like, for me, it's, like, unfortunate that it's not really, like, a photo sharing app anymore. Like, it's kind of annoying that it's shifting to video. Like, part of me, like, understands it and is, like, part of me is excited about that, but then part of me is, like, isn't that what TikTok is? But something that Katie said before we started recording was that it seems like TikTok, people on TikTok or creators on TikToks, in TikToks is they can be classified as like a TikToker.
Yeah.
But you can't really be classified as an Instagrammer.
Yeah, Instagram.
Because it's so like vague, I feel like.
Yeah, and I feel like it's more like, of course, the only platform that you can really like, but you can be a YouTuber and a TikToker, and those are the two that he mentioned.
Right. Right.
So it makes me think like they're trying to make it where like Instagram
is its own thing.
Yeah, and probably honestly just like has more virality options. Like you can't really go like viral on Instagram.
Yeah, that was one thing that they said, that the new algorithm is going to basically boost organic growth and like organic modes of like seeing content, because right now I've seen like memes about it, how like if you make an Instagram account and you like one, like for me on my personal account in like probably 2013 I liked like a few slime videos and now my entire personal like trending page has not stopped being slime. Like every other picture like on my explore page is slime. And I feel like that's very much what Instagram is like. So I think that they're trying to make, and especially with video content, that is like a way to make it more organic. But I know that especially for artists, that's going to make things pretty difficult.
Yeah, I agree. So I guess as far as like what is actually happening, that's as much as we know. You guys can go watch his video if you want. You can find it all over social media if you just Google, or go on to his Twitter or Instagram. But that's kind of all that we know. I think the interesting thing is, so he says to build new experiences in 4 areas: creators, videos, shopping, and messaging. We've seen a lot of updates to DMs throughout the time that I've been on Instagram. It's changed so much. I think, like, at least from the research that I've done, it shows that if you're active in your messages, your posts are going to do better. Basically, what Instagram wants to do, and I've learned this in classes before, is they want you to stay on their platform. So, like, whatever they can do to keep you engaged on their platform and not have you leave it, is what they're going to do. So that's why if your post is doing well at the beginning, if people are sharing it on their stories, whatever, they're like, oh, people like this. Let's put this on their feed because this will keep them on the platform. So I think this is another way of them trying to do that. I do think
totally agree
that Instagram would be stupid to just go full video. That's not going to happen, in my opinion. I don't like, everybody's flipping because they're like, I can't post pictures anymore. That's straight up
they're not taking pictures away.
So that's another note that I made. Like, videos seem like they're going to be prioritized, but photos aren't going to go away.
What I've heard, and don't quote me on this because I don't know for sure, but I think what's going to happen is, you know how like when you go onto someone's Instagram page, the first like little like toggle is photos, and then it goes reels, and then it goes Instagram live, and then like shopping, and then tagged. I think what's happening is that reels is going to replace photos.
Oh, I hope
so
not.
Like,
I love a feed.
I think that's what's happening, but I've heard that, but that's very true though. It's like Instagram, I feel like the feed of Instagram is so like iconic.
I honestly feel like if they took the feed away, I haven't heard that, but if they took the feed away, I think a lot of people would be upset, but I could definitely see like maybe,
well, I don't think it would go away, but like it would just be on the second toggle. Like it would still stay there, but when you find someone's Instagram.
Yeah, it's raining, so if anybody can hear that. I'm always every time any sound happens, I'm like, can anybody hear it? Not that anybody cares. But that's interesting. I'm interested to see
they don't
if that
come
actually...
to the Check Your Aesthetic podcast for quality audio.
No. We give you the best that we absolutely can.
Yeah, we try.
We give you our best foot forward every day.
No matter what that is.
Yes. But I'm interested to see if that actually happens because I haven't heard that. That will break me into pieces because my Reels feed.
I mean, my Reels feed is not a feed. It's just
not cute.
No.
But okay, so talking about how this will affect us, I think it will affect different creators differently, obviously, depending on what you do. So I know that a lot of you listening have totally different feeds and totally different like experiences
businesses
on Instagram, like
and,
different,
right.
obviously. So I think the most important thing is you could listen to 1,000 bajillion podcasts, and unless they're by the Instagram CEO, you will just not know what this will do for photo engagement until it happens. But I don't know about you guys. I've been here or seeing the effects for a while. So if I post a reel for anybody at work, any of our clients at work, anybody that I, like any socials that I run, automatically within about an hour, it'll get 1,000 views. Sometimes it'll keep going. Usually it will stop around like 1,500. So like minimum, my reels are getting that many views. And then it's different kind of for my account because like with a higher number of followers, you're also adding on like
you automatically get
but I genuinely think if you uploaded a reel, like we have clients that have like 100 followers and they'll get like 1,000 something views.
1,000, right.
So that's what I've been experiencing, and I cannot say the same for photos, but I do think it's interesting still because like reels aren't showing up on your regular scrolling for who you're following usually. Like if the person uploads a preview to their feed, it will show up, but not if they just put it in their reels tab. If they do that, it'll only show up in the reels tab.
Right, very true. It shows just like the preview, and then if it's longer than like a certain amount of time, it just like stops.
No, but yes. But what I mean is, so like your regular, like whatever, like the little home thing on Instagram. So this page, reels will only show up here if, you know, when you upload a reel, you choose if you want the preview on your feed or not. If you choose that, they'll show up here. If you don't, they won't show up here and they'll only show up in the reels tab when you're scrolling.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
interesting.
Like 99% sure from like what I've done in my own research. Yeah. That's how it is. So I could see Instagram putting reels in your regular explore more than photos. Right. And like you not having to have that little thing for it to show up in people's regular feed.
Totally.
But yeah, so that's like something that I could see, but I've definitely been seeing effects already on
socials. And I think that like Katie and I both work in social media management, and then we also like both obviously have our own businesses / like design pages, so we're able to see it from like multiple points of view. And for me, like I almost feel like I've seen this coming for like a while. Like it was like very necessary that the CEO would be coming out with something, because it's like if nothing changes, this can't keep going the way that it is,
and I think like honestly, so many people are stressed out, but at least now there's a reason that we know why our photos have not been doing well.
Like, yeah, exactly. And it's not just like our fault. If anything, it's kind of like relieving to know that it's not just us. But I think that like for some people, I think that this is going to be like a very rude awakening. Like it's going to be, you know, kind of difficult moving forward. But then I think for some people, for example, my Eat Smarter account, like where I do social media management, that is going to help my page, like that page so much, because really like video content is what we already get the most engagement from. And yes, that might just be because like they've been prioritizing videos.
Well, I mean, for honestly, recipes, like that's how you're going to consume
I think it's way more engaging just like objectively to watch a video of someone making a recipe rather than just like see a photo of it. So I think that that's going to be really great for us. And I wanted to say this when you said about the DMs. I completely agree. And I think it was Audrey that said she suggested doing the like send us a DM if you blah blah blah, like ending it off. And I've started doing that on Eat Smarter. And I have gotten, like, I've put that in because right now I don't have the swipe up on Eat Smarter. So I've said, because if I had, you know, if that account had over 10,000, I'd be able to put a swipe up link. But because I don't have that, I say, like, DM me if you'd like this recipe. And, like, I get multiple people, like, a day DMing me. Good. Like, can I have this recipe? Like, and that's, like, amazing, like, engagement. So, and I definitely think that Instagram is, like, a lot of the time in the past, we'd think like, oh, like you need to be engaging with your followers before you post. And a lot of the time, at least personally, I thought that meant like watch some stories and like some posts. But I don't think that that's the way. I think that was how it was before. Yeah. But I think that now it's definitely prioritizing, yes, like a few posts. You should comment on a few posts.
Yeah.
Watch some stories, but also like interact with those stories. Don't just like click through.
Yeah.
Because if you're just holding, I used to do that. Full transparency, I used to go like that. Like, that's not, no.
Yeah. It's the same way that, like, when Instagram comes out with new features, if you use them in your stories, they'll put your stories up at the top of people's little things. Like, if people have question boxes, answer them. Like, all of that stuff, Instagram sees, like, oh, this person's using our features. Like, this is a good account. This is an active account. This account will keep people in the app, whatever. And then they'll prioritize your stuff. Also, granted, we're speaking just from our personal experience. We are not the Instagram CEO.
No.
So we might hadn't figured that one out already, but that's just our experience. And I think so. Me and Alexis were talking about when this announcement first came out. Me and Alexis were like, "Shit, not good. Like, this is bad." And then we talked more. Yeah, I was about to say that. I was about to say a bad word, and then I said a different bad word. But then we were talking more, and we were like, honestly, this isn't going to be too hard. And for me, like, I actually was a very popular and famous YouTube star in middle school. So I do sometimes get comments on TikTok, though, and they're like, oh my God, I remember you from YouTube. And I'm like, that is literally so embarrassing. Please stop saying that. But I have a lot, like, I love editing videos. And it's just so fun for me. I always edit my TikToks in, like, Final Cut Pro, which is so extra. You don't have to do that. But I think, like, it's going to be way easier than you think. Because if you think about the videos that do well on, like, TikTok and Reels, it's, like, tagging shirts. Or, like, packaging orders. Like, it's not stuff that you have to be, like, thinking so hard about and, like, filming these intricate shots or whatever. It's literally just, like, quick little videos that entertain people.
Right.
And so, like, I think just if you have an idea for a photo, say you're going to take a photo of your coffee while you're watching TV. Instead, take a couple of video clips, splice them together, put a cute song behind it. That's a video.
And also, like, business-wise, I think that this is going to be so great for so many people because, like, yes, obviously it's hard to make a video. Like, now that I have my job with Eat Smarter, it's a lot. I've gotten a lot better at editing. Am not as intimidated. Really, a large part of it is just, like, intimidating. It's just intimidating to start a video, and now I feel a lot more comfortable with it. So, like, when I heard about this, I feel like I have a better grasp on it. But I think that when I'm scrolling through TikTok, if I see some sort of product and, like, how it's being used, the person that made it is like, I really like them as a person, I can see their personality, or they're explaining how they use it, or they, like, explaining why it's, like, perfect for you. I'm way more, like, interested in that product than scrolling through my feed. I see something, I'm like,
absolutely
cute, scroll past.
Absolutely. And I think, like, for me, videos, like, especially like that, is a way to basically, you're combining a caption and a photo in one, where, like, you're getting that person's attention, rather than, like, I don't really read captions. I just don't, in all honesty. I don't know if you guys do. I know you can also hear the rain right now. I'm sure that you can, even if Alexis can't. But you, like, I don't read captions, but I will watch a video. And so I think if you kind of, like, realign your mindset and think of this as an opportunity rather than, like, a threat to your current feed. And, like, do I understand that if you are a graphic designer making graphics, this makes things harder for you? Yes, I completely understand. But we're about to throw out a bunch of ideas for you guys. That doesn't mean that you have to stop posting your graphics. It just means sprinkle some videos in there. You should also
incorporate other stuff.
Yeah, do some animations, like, stuff like that. Just, like, there's easier ways to do it.
Stuff like that.
Exactly. So I guess to get into it, some content ideas. Do you want me to just read them all out? Okay.
Yeah, just go for it.
So the ideas that we had behind the scenes. So for that, I mean, like, how you created your business, the story of your business, you talking about your business, you like, I don't know.
How you made how you, like, came up with the idea for a product.
Like, any sort of, like, just behind the scenes, like, story, or, like, this is my office, like, this is how I store things in my office, like, stuff like that. Packaging orders, that is so simple. Set up a tripod, package an order like you normally would, put a song behind it, done. Might blow up. Screen recording.
ASMR.
Yes. Those do so well. A screen recording of you designing. Procreate records your screen for you, export it, put a song behind it, and upload it on Instagram, and there you go. Funny videos or TikTok trends. So like any sort of trend that's going on, your take on it, make it like design related or business related or whatever niche your brand is in, like skincare related or, you know.
Yeah, and I feel like something with trends is that like a lot of the time trends aren't meant for like design stuff, and so for me a lot of the time that was like, oh, don't do it then. But I feel like don't take my word for this, it might not do well for you, but like what's the harm in trying? But I feel like when you do take that like risk of being creative, it sets you apart from the crowd 100%. And it provides like more chance of you getting noticed because it's not exactly like every single other like one of that or version of that trend that people are seeing.
Exactly. And like usually whenever I see those trends, it's either something funny or something informative that people put into like the trending sound or something, and it makes like it a more interesting way to watch that content, and like you're getting information, but it's also a funny trend. So I don't know, I really like those. I think they're creative. Tips, you could do like top 3 editing apps or like top whatever, like and then you literally can just edit it to like do not underestimate screen recordings. Like you can use screen recordings, all that kind of stuff.
Honestly, Allie, I think like this whole time I've been thinking of Allie. Allie is such a great example of all of these. But I feel like with tips especially, she, like, I remember when I first started, I think I've privated these videos. Yes, I definitely have. But like in April or May or whatever, during like peak quarantine, I did a few like informative like TikToks, and I spent so much time on them.
Yeah.
And of course they didn't do well. But like Allie will be like in a bun and like,
like
a
in her
big
car.
T-shirt, and she's like, so guys, I thought of this, and then it gets like, 300,000,
Exactly.
So
yeah, and like it really does not have to be that complicated. Not everything has to be perfect. People like want to see like real stuff. Real.
Yes.
Real. I'm onto something here. Anyway, so yeah, it certainly doesn't have to be complicated. My favorite reels of all time to make and to see are like clips from my day or like day in my life. Just like little clips from your day. Make it a little
vlog.
like, a little aesthetic, little cute little vlog. I do this all the time. If you need examples, go to my page. Going live on Instagram. This isn't a real idea, but I assume that this is going to be prioritized, and I assume it already is as well. It is a video. So just going live when you can. I know accounts that go live often.
Also on TikTok.
Yes.
Also going live on TikTok.
That's very true. Coffee videos. If you're me specifically, make coffee videos. Packaging hauls, like all of the things I bought for packaging for my small business, or like new business cards, or like showing off, like literally Allie does this all the time. Literally anything she buys, she's like, look at me open this box and I'm going to show it to you. And people love it. And then something else that is probably my best idea is to make things into motion graphics. So make your graphics move. Like especially if you're a designer, like make them move, make them an animation or something. That is literally the easiest way to make a video out of your already like your regular content.
Yep. We don't have this on our list, but something that also does well is like comparing your whatever you do. So like if you're a graphic designer or you're an illustrator or whatever, comparing your progress, like showing like what you did a year ago, how you were at like your talent, how it's progressed from over like 5 years or whatever. That is how I went semi-viral, is just showing my progress from 1 year to the next.
Yeah, and I'll do like rebranding, so like show like clients' old brands and then like what I made. People love that kind of stuff, and that also is selling your services.
Yeah, exactly.
So there's just so many options. You just have to get out of the mindset of like, this sucks and this is never going to work for me, and like I'm just not the kind of business who this is going to work for. If you think like that, it'll always be like that. And I think just getting out of that mindset and thinking like, okay, actually this is an opportunity. How can I change my content to make it work? Also, if you're so tired of Instagram, maybe it'll be fun to make videos if you're tired of posting photos. So
100%. I'm like kind of looking forward to it.
Yeah, I think it'll be really fun. So anyway, that is our 2 cents. very, very limited knowledge 2 cents on the Instagram update.
But I hope it still was helpful regardless.
Yes. We hope you didn't just waste all of your time.
Yes.
Anyway.
We hope that that's the case with all of our podcast episodes.
And we
that
can
you didn't just
hope.
waste 40 minutes. Yeah.
We can only hope.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway. Okay, you want to do some random questions?
Yes.
Okay. These are fun. So we wanted to kind of make them related to the episode. So the first one is, who is your favorite Instagram account to follow?
You say yours.
Okay. I have 2. So my first one is MKW Creative Co. She does a super good job of like, she does a ton of reels. She just gives like really valuable like advice and like guidance. She also just like is funny. I really like her account. And then Ken, I probably should have figured out how to pronounce it before. It's Kennedy, I think it's Hausman, but it's Kennhaus. She's a designer or like an illustrator, and she just like, it's just every time I see her posts, I just like, they're so like such pretty colors.
Yeah.
She's
Very
just crazy
aesthetic.
talented. I don't know. They just like make me happy when I see them. I also love how she puts her salads on her stories every day. I don't really know why I like it so much. And then, I thought of another one. Jenny Rhodes. She is like an influencer. She does design and fashion. And she just like has
another
the cutest,
very aesthetic account.
Yeah, she's got the cutest outfits, and I don't know. She just like has good vibes, and like it's how I want my life to be. So instead of 1, I've given you 3. So you're welcome, everyone.
Okay, so mine is Color Me Courtney.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Yeah. I love her so much. She's just like colorful queen. Love her. And then a new person that actually, really, this is TikTok. I don't know what her TikTok is, but on Instagram, she's Claire_McLaughlin. Oh, you should pronounce that. And then _design. Let me find her TikTok. Hopefully there's no sound. Let me make sure. She's just, okay, it's the same exact thing. So Claire, CLARE_MCLAUGHLIN_design. She is like the preppiest person in the exact way that I want to be.
Yeah.
And like, I love her so much. And like, God, she's a little too grand millennial. Like, I love the grand millennial style, and I want like a little bit of that incorporated into my house. It's like grand millennial. It's like preppy grandma. That's the best way to like explain it. Do you know those vases that are like blue and white?
Yeah.
They're called like chinoiserie. That's that, and then like gingham, like blue and white gingham.
Okay.
And like hydrangeas.
Yeah.
Very Nantucket vibes.
Got it.
Yeah. That she is that like to a T, I feel like, but like with her own little twist, I'd say, and I just love her. And
I thought of another one I want to shout out because first of all, I posted a screenshot of my iPhone wallpaper on my Instagram, and everybody asked about it. This girl's name is Arielle Vey, ARIELLEVEY, and she's a photographer, and literally just her pictures are so beautiful. There's nothing else to say other than like I'll show for the people watching on YouTube, like
very aesthetic. Yes,
there's nothing to say other than that this is beautiful. So just wanted to shout her out too because I got a ton of questions. She posts like photos for people to use as wallpapers too. She's great. Yeah,
literally my first 2 when I go onto Instagram is Claire and Courtney. And then Allie. I would say that Allie is one of my favorite creators. I love Allie so much.
Me too. Okay. The next and final random question is favorite branding of a company. So mine is Summer Fridays. I'll pull it up for everybody watching on YouTube too. It is literally just so clean, and I just think they do a really good job. This is their current feed. It's a skincare brand for everybody who doesn't know. I don't know. I just think like it's super simple, super clean, but I don't think it'll ever go out of style. And that and Drunk Elephant are 2 brands that I'm just always really drawn to. I love how Drunk Elephant has like the neon tops, but then just a really clean white and black bottoms. So it's like still fun, but like really like timeless and simple. So those are my two favorites. I love skincare and beauty brands. I just think they're amazing.
I definitely, if I could work for a brand, it would definitely be like makeup or fashion.
Yeah.
Probably skincare maybe. But mine, probably, you guys are not surprised by this, but mine would be Kate Spade. I have loved Kate Spade since I was like a little kid, and I feel like I mean, I don't know if you guys can see that, but literally my colors are Kate Spade. But no, I feel like Kate Spade is like a brand that has just stuck with, or I have stuck by Kate Spade from the time I was like a little kid.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like grown with me. I feel like I'll never outgrow Kate Spade. And yeah, I just love that brand. If I could one day work for Kate Spade, I literally my entire life would just be complete.
If the CEO of Kate Spade is listening to this podcast, then please contact Alexis.
Please contact me. I would love
also,
that.
it's just so sad how Kate Spade died.
I know.
It's like
it was very honestly devastating.
I was about to say it is devastating. All right. Well, thank you guys for listening or watching if you're on YouTube. Be sure to leave us a rating and review on wherever you listen to your podcasts, and subscribe to keep up with our weekly episodes.
And then follow us on our Instagram account, Check Your Aesthetic Podcast, and our TikTok, I think it's just Check Your Aesthetic. Yep. And our personal accounts, Katie Creative Co. and AlexisAdams.co. And subscribe to our YouTube. I don't remember if Katie said that, but also do that. And then we will talk to you next week. Bye, guys.
Bye.